Well, I'm addicted to Star Wars Vinylmation figures. Let's jump right into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Christopher and it's official. I'm addicted to the Star Wars Vinylmation figures. So just last week I picked up, I don't know, I think it was probably about 10 or 11 of these Star Wars Vinylmation figures that I've been collecting for a little while now. I have probably about a half a dozen or so already in the collection previous to picking up those 10 or 11 ones last week in last week's video. And I'm back at it again. I picked up another 13 of these Vinylmation figures, so I would say it's official. I'm addicted to these things, but I mean, how can you not be? They're very cute, they're very small, they don't take up very much space, and I got a really good deal on these, so I dealt with the same seller on Facebook Marketplace that I picked up the previous 10 or 11 of them last week from. So these ones, I talked them down to $40 for the 13 of these ones, so it works out to just a tiny bit over $3 each. So I'll just say $3 each for these ones. So let me show you the ones that I picked up, because I got quite a few cool ones, and a few of them are ones that are, I think they're the first wave of these Star Wars Vinylmation figures, just because of the sculpting in the head. You'll see what I mean. So the first one, and I'm going in order of the movies, so starting with the Rogue One characters, I got Jyn Erso, so very cool. And like I said, I like the detail on these, how they paint them, because they're all sculpted the same with the kind of chunky looking Mickey Mouse face, the Mickey Mouse ears, and the same body and hands on each character. So all the differences are in the way they paint these characters. So that is Jyn Erso. I think that looks pretty awesome. It looks like Jyn Erso, in my opinion. Next we have C2B5, which is my first droid in my collection, I believe. So this is the R2 unit, or R2 unit, the black R2 unit from Rogue One. And I like, this is one of the cool things about these figures, because they kind of paint the details onto the head. So even though it is a droid, they painted the round parts of the dome, the eyes and stuff onto this character that has arms and legs, right? So they painted the details from the droid onto here, so you can see, like, on the arms, those would be the parts of his two legs that stick out there, and painted on the other parts of the body, right? So even on the feet, they painted the middle wheel onto the feet there. So I like how they did that. Like I said, I like how they did the Wampa and the Tauntaun in my last video, because it's just unique. That's how you make these things unique. They're all the same sculpt, but the paint details are what make these things unique. Next we have the Stormtrooper one, and this one, like I said, I've got a few of these ones this time that are, I think, are OG ones, because you can see there's kind of a sculpt of a nose there, whereas the other ones aren't, and you can kind of see there's some sculpting on the head to make it look where Mickey's eyes are, and same around the cheeks. So I've got a few of these ones, I think 2 or 3 of these ones that are sculpted this way, but still pretty much the same body, same ears, the Mickey Mouse ears and stuff like that. Like I said, the only difference is the sculpting there, which previous ones don't have. So like the Jyn Erso doesn't have that, and the Stormtrooper does have that Mickey Mouse ear, or the Mickey Mouse nose as well. So still really incredible detail. Like the paint detailing on these are freaking phenomenal, I think, in my opinion. But that's the Stormtrooper one right there. Next we have another OG one. So this is Chewbacca. I know there is another version of Chewbacca that looks less monstrous, less angry, because this guy looks pretty angry, and the eyes look, I don't know, almost like he has rabies. But it's still a cool representation of Chewbacca. But I'll definitely be trying to find the updated paint application, the updated version of Chewbacca. But for now, this guy is in my collection, and I noticed actually this one does have like the sculpt of the buttons on it, which I didn't notice. Yeah, the Stormtrooper does as well. So the Stormtrooper has the sculpts, like the button kind of sculpted in, so 2 buttons kind of stick forward a little bit on the tummy, whereas the newer ones don't. So that's the Chewbacca one right there. Next up we have Grand Moff Tarkin, and again, love the detailing on these ones, and on some of these newer ones, they paint the ears in a style to match what that character is. So Grand Moff Tarkin, they painted the ears like the space, the starry space background, and then the window from an Imperial starship or the Death Star. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, some nice paint detailing on this one to make this guy look unique and make him look like Grand Moff Tarkin, and I think he does. I think he looks like Grand Moff Tarkin there, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the OG Lando, and you can kind of see in this one as well as the sculpting, like to make the round, big like Mickey Mouse eyes there at the top, and the buttons at the front and the nose. This Lando has a slightly different style eyes when you compare it to, say, the Jyn Erso. The eyes are a little bit different, so his eyes are a little bit creepy if I'm being honest. But this is the only Empire Strikes Back Lando that they have that I know of. But again, paint detailing on it is really, really cool. So you got the cape there at the back. Nothing special about the ears on this one, but a very cool character to have in the collection. Next up, we have Princess Leia, the Bespin Princess Leia, her Bespin dress, and the ears are painted like the interior ceiling windows of Cloud City, so that's pretty cool. And again, like same sculpt, but the details are like in the hair, the dress, and stuff like that they paint on these figures. So I think these are really, really cool. I think if you are a Star Wars fan that's looking for something unique to collect, and these don't take up much space, definitely look into these. These are very, very cool figures. Next up, I have the Skiff Guard Lando. So again, same sculpt. They did add a little bit extra for the sides of the helmet, but his ears are painted like the Tatooine landscape with a little bit of sand at the bottom, the blue sky, and loads of detail on this one to paint in all his details for his mask and his outfit there. So really nice job on this Lando. And like I said, like the eyes, they aren't as jarring as the OG Lando there. He still looks creepy there, but this one doesn't look as bad in my opinion. I like these eyes better for sure. Next up, I have the first of two Luke Skywalker Funko, or not Funkos, the Vinylmation figures here. So this is one in his black Jedi robes, black Jedi outfit, I guess. Same ears as Lando with the Tatooine landscape with the sand and the sky. But again, all the detail on these things are incredible. Like they paint in the eyes, the hair. It just looks really, really nice. I think these look great. He even has the black hand, black mechanical gloved hand there, and some nice paint detailing to make this make the robes of his outfit pop. So they painted the gray outline over the black torso to make it look like it is he's wearing an outfit. Otherwise, he would just be a plain black character. So very cool character, I think. All of these are very nicely detailed. The next Luke Skywalker is the Endor Luke Skywalker in his Endor poncho and his helmet, his speeder bike helmet. These ears are painted to look like the forest moon of Endor there with the trees and stuff and the blue sky. But again, nice details to make this character unique. As I mentioned before, it's all the same sculpt, so they all look similar, but the paint details are really where it's at with these figures, and I love them. Next, we have the Ewok Logray, I think it is. If you're ever unsure, it does have the character name at the bottom. Yeah, Logray is this one. So very cool looking design. So same thing. He's got the Endor moon, the trees, the sky, and then you can see the brown little round fluffy parts at the bottom of the Mickey Mouse ears representing his actual ears. So I think that's very cool. And same, you can see them from the back side as well. So that's very cool. But lots of detail. Like I said, these are all the same sculpt, but just painted like different characters. So I really love these things. These are very cool collectibles. The next one is sequel trilogy one. So Poe Dameron from, I believe this is The Last Jedi, because he's wearing that brown jacket. He's got the little patch on the one arm. And even though this guy is one of the lesser detailed ones, I guess, he still has some paint application to make him look like Poe Dameron. So, painted the jacket on the shirt The hair, they painted the hair. He's really looking pretty gray here. And the face, I don't know if it looks like Poe Dameron's face, but I don't know. I think other than the face, it looks like Poe Dameron. And then these ears are the kind of translucent space background on that. And then the last Vinylmation figure I got is Rey from The Last Jedi. So this one was missing the lightsaber when I picked it up today, but I did have the extra blue lightsaber that I got when I picked up the previous set last week. So I believe this one just goes with her, which would make sense because none of the characters from last week's Vinylmation haul have a blue lightsaber. So it just makes sense for this one to have a blue lightsaber here. So again, nice details on this one. I like the ears. They look like the island of Octo with the ocean in the one ear there as well. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, the paint detailing on these are really incredible. I love the look of these little guys. They're very adorable. Some of them are a little bit weird looking. Like Lando, the OG Lando looks a little bit creepy, but ones like this one are very cool. I like the look of them. So that was my Star Wars Vinylmation haul from this past weekend. I'm really liking these things. I'm like I said, I think it's official. I think I'm addicted to these things. But they're just great. I love the same sculpt but different paint applications to make these characters stand out. So they're almost like clone troopers. You know, they're doing their own thing to make themselves stand out as different people. So I really like these Vinylmation figures. Let me know if you have any in your collection and which ones you do have. Also, which one from this haul is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click to watch one of my other reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.